Are you living your life dictated by someone else's rules? Are you in control of your life, or is someone else in control? Who's driving the bus? Welcome to Goose Pond Hideout, the land of geese. Honk, 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 honk. And I'm Rob. The world is full of some really bad things right now. You know, it's all over the news. Things are happening that's out of our control. And it's really difficult to be happy. It's a challenge to, find some good in the world. So my advice for you is don't ruin a good day like today worrying and thinking and focusing on a bad day from the past, right? So, who's driving the bus? What that means is, are you in control of your life, or are you a passenger in the back of the bus and somebody else is leading it? And that's the rule book thing, the rules. And I like to say rules are made up by one group of people to control other people. And you see it all the time, our politicians. They just make up a rule, and now we're all supposed to live by it. And, some rules might be good, but the majority of them are a pain in the rear end. And it's just about that control thing. And I've chatted about that quite a bit. And I get a lot of comments, like, for example, I'm out here on the homestead kind of thing. And the last video that I made, my previous video, however you want to say it, there was a comment about, what if a person really likes their job? I like my job. I like going to work. I like the consistency of putting in my time and getting a paycheck. Hey, that's fine. What I'm doing here is I'm sharing my journey through my life with you to hopefully help you figure out, how you can drive your own bus, how you can live in the moment, how you can find your happiness, what is the way that you want to live your life. I'm not asking you or telling you to live your life the way I live my life. And an example of that is, I'm going to be a little silly here, kind of, but I'm being serious, is look at something like pregnancy. I'm a guy, right? A man, a male. And the best that I can do is observe pregnancy as an outsider. No matter how hard I try, no matter how hard I want to, no matter how hard I can envision what it's like to be pregnant, I'm never going to have that firsthand experience of pregnancy. That's a woman's position in the world, right? That's what, men have what men do and women have what women do. And there's a lot of people that want to argue about that. But, women are pregnant and they bear the children that then are the next generation. And I'm never, ever, ever going to fully appreciate or understand what it's like to be pregnant and have a life developing inside of you. I can only observe it, from the outside. So again, I can't share with you what some other position in the world is, what kind of, life somebody wants to live. I can only share my journey, what I've existed. And, I grew up in a small family business that my grandfather started. So I was like self-employed, working for my grandfather. I tried the corporate America thing, and I did that for 2 or 3 years. And then the business that I worked for in the Chicago area sold to a company out in California, and we all got no jobs, you know, and I said that was never going to happen, and I started my journey of being self-employed from my 20s. And that's why I'm sharing that with you, of the things that I've been doing in my life, so that you can, you know, decide the journey that your life. So I talk about homesteading, I talked about living on the sailboat, and just talking about living on the sailboat there is Steve Jobs. Why join the Navy when you can be a pirate? Arr, 'tis me, the life on the sea, matey. The old pirate days of living on the sailboat. But yeah, so why join the Navy when you can be a pirate? And what he's really talking about is one group of people make up rules expecting other people to live by them. And you know, the people like the politicians, they don't live by the rules that they make up. They live outside their own rules. And so that should be some more motivation for you to be thinking about, you know, I'm not talking about anarchy or anything like that. I'm just talking about you living your life based upon what you want to do. If you want to be out on the homestead, if you want to have some solar panels to help make some electricity, if you want to have some noisy geese, go on, guys. They were in the pond. I'm in the backyard where my solar panels are, and they just came, you know, they follow me around. They're moochers. Went and gave them some corn during the Welcome to Goose Pond Hideout. I had to stop the camera and then start it back up again. But so that's what I'm, you know, just trying to share with you. I'm sharing with you my journey, the things that I'm doing in my life to motivate and incentivize and encourage you to live your life the way that you want to. I want you to be driving your bus. I don't want you to be living by somebody else's rules. I don't want you to not enjoy a nice day because of something that happened, you know, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, or what they show on the news, on the TV. And it's, you know, there's so much sadness. I see so many people walking around, you know, look at depression and how much medication people are on. And it's like, what's the, you know, we're only on this rock for so long. So it's, sorry if the geese are bothering you. It's, they're like right there. I gave them corn. So again, be happy in your life. Get up every day, make up your own rules. Don't join the Navy. Not that there's anything wrong with the Navy. I love all the guys and gals in the Navy. But for you, drive your own bus, live by your own rules, and I guess I'll stop it here. So remember, freedom! Freedom!